have heard about this Omnibus Bill that is being passed or voted on being passed. You know it's going to be passed, but voted on in Congress. So this bill is worth $1.7 trillion, and it's 4,155 pages. Do you know how long it would take you to read that many pages? And it was released at like 2 a.m. last night, and they're supposed to be voting on it today. How is that even possible? There's no way that's going to happen. But thankfully, there is a man, Dan Bishop, who is a congressman in North Carolina, who is tweeting about it as he's actually reading the pages with a group of people, because it takes a group to read it. And he put it out some really interesting points that are in the bill. I'll share some with you. One interesting fact is that they want to name a federal building after Nancy Pelosi. Oh, and if you heard the news that Zelensky was at the White House today, he was basically saying that we're not giving him enough money. He wants more. And so this bill would give Ukraine another $47 billion, which is probably not enough for him. We've already given him 90, by the way. And this bill also says that we want to, or not we, they want to put up a park in D.C. called Ukraine Independence Park. Oh, you know that border problem, right? That we're not addressing or doing anything about, and we're losing border agents all the time, and children, and human beings. Well, rather than funding our border, they want to fund international borders like Jordan, Lebanon, Egypt, Tunisia. You know, their borders, not ours. They've set aside $1.4 billion to go to organizations like the UN. Yeah. They want to give them more money. Oh yeah, in Pakistan, this shows up in a lot of bills, that gender programs in Pakistan. I wonder where that's really going, but they want to give them another $200 million in this bill for that. Gender programs in Pakistan. They also added a 15% increase to the injury program that is already in place. Wonder why they do that. Oh, and here's another interesting one in the same family. $335 billion to prepare for an influenza pandemic. Oh, and of that $335 billion, some of it's going to surveillance tools. I wonder what that means. But here's some more interesting ones. $3.6 million for the Michelle Obama Trail. $477,000, and I wrote notes, for anti-racist training. So another funny thing that Dan Bishop points out is that the word salmon appears 48 times in the bill. And there's also two separate sections where they designate money for it. So one section is $5 million, and then the other section is $65 million. And they said it's because salmon is so important to the people of Alaska. 65 plus another 5 for salmon. And they want you to believe that overpopulation is a thing. It is not. That's a major lie, which I will get into in another video sometime. However, one of the evil things, I know all the other stuff was pretty evil, but another one of the evil things was $575 million, and I'll read to you what it says here, for family planning in areas where population growth threatens biodiversity. Yeah, they hate us. Then they want to give $4.1 million for career training studies programs in Fairfax, which is one of the richest counties in the country. Why do they need taxpayer money? They're rich. They don't need it. And then there's $7.5 million for pew-pew research. You know what I mean? Can't really say that word, but yeah, that usually is just research that they use before they take them away from you. So there's that. Oh, another interesting one was that $535 million was being used for fake news. I mean, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which is really, they fund the NPR, which, is how we got here to begin with. Thanks for the propaganda. But yeah, there's a lot more. So if you want to check out the bill, you can absolutely do that. But you can also go onto Twitter, Rep. Dan Bishop, and check out his play-by-play. He's actually putting it all out there for you guys to see what he's finding, but I'm sure there's a lot more to dig through. So happy digging, and Although we know how corrupt they are, and this bill will probably pass. Let's just pray that it doesn't, but, I have no faith in these people whatsoever.